Look, a rubber tree.
That was already there, Rims.
Oh, I thought you didn't see it.
Okay, now you're just being silly.
Nah, bruh. Nah. Anyways,
What the heck is wrong with the controls? Oh,
Dirt.
there's dirt right there.
Oh, and then there's... No, I know why. Because there's dirt in front of you. Oh, and the sheep is watching you. Then he turns away.
You better walk away.
You better walk away.
Okay, so that's pretty much everything.
Anyways, now you're going to chop down the tree and get all of the leaves so we can get a bunch of rubber.
Jump cut, jump cut, jump cut.
Do.
Now I can be stupid.
I don't think you need that last one. You're good. The cow. I want that sand.
Fuck you!
I want it.
You better run, bitch. I hate cows.
I hate you. I hate hamburgers.
I hate cows more than I hate creepers.
You want to explain that one? Tell us the story.
They stare at you.
They stare at you.
Weirdly.
The life in the day of a Colton.
Fucking cows.
Alright, we're back to the house now.
Yay!
Somehow, everywhere we go, there's oil. Oil's like the most useless thing in Minecraft.
No, it's not.
Fucking engines, you can run the quarry off of industrial craft power.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I always forget about that, though. I always run it off of Buildcraft, and it works just fine.
It works fine, but like, you can also use teleport pipes to teleport the power and stuff.
I can tell this is Buildcraft.
I know. Red power.
Red power, yeah.
Fucking, I swear to God, nobody else has this. It's so annoying.
Okay, let's see.
I killed an Enderman, by the way. I killed him with a torch. Epic victory. I wanted it recorded. I killed an Enderman with a torch, and I only died 3 times.
How, what are we trying to do again? I forget.
Put the sticky resin in the furnace.
Sticky resin in the furnace.
Not that one.
Oh, yeah.
Those ones. I don't have any coal. Go back in the chest. There might be coal in there. No, other...
Damn it.
Yeah, we got coal.
Cool. We can burn a door, I guess.
We can burn a door. I mean, this whole house is made out of stuff, but... Come on, separate it into stacks. That is definitely getting in. That was beautiful. So,
Glass.
the first thing you're gonna make, the very first machine you're gonna want to make, is called a generator. You want to show them how to make a generator?
Sure. So you can see the recipe right up here in way too many items.
That's what the mod is when you have this thing on the side, and you just type in the name.
And you can press R and see the recipe, and
you can also click U to see the uses.
Yes, the uses.
So if something needs it to be built, like a solar panel or a water mill,
windmills, solar panels,
nuclear reactors, wind turbines. But enough of that. We need to make a generator. Basic generator gives you EU, which is energy unit.
Yep.
In industrial craft, and gives you that gives you power. It runs off of coal.
So what do we need first?
I recommend the bottom one just because it's easier.
Oh.
You got a furnace, a battery, and a machine block. So every time you get these things, you can click on it, click R on it to see how you make it.
So we need a lot of refined iron, looks like.
And how do you make refined iron?
You basically smelt iron twice, and it becomes refined.
I think you can click R on the refined iron, can't you? Well, there you go.
Ah, yes.
Some reason they show all the different possible things to use to burn
all the different possible ways to burn it.
So basically, just put the iron back through the furnace and stuff. This is dust. We'll get through that later. Anyways, let's get chopping.
Okay.
So for the generator, what did we need? We needed iron.
Yep.
We needed stone, and an RE battery. What do you need for that?
An RE battery, you need 4 tin, 2 redstone, and 1 insulated copper wire.
I think you should show them.
Man, maybe that was a little
It's
too
right
fast.
there, bro. The generator.
Whatever.
You can just...
On. In. So.
What are you looking for?
Insulated copper.
You just spawned yourself some, by the way.
Oh, damn it.
By the way, go to options. Go to options.
Yeah.
Click on that. There we go. Now that makes it so you can't spawn stuff, and also when you click on it, you can do the stuff. But I was just using this because I fucking hate the rain, so I turn it off every time it comes on.
Yeah, I hate the rain.
And with my frames, it ain't gonna happen.
Literally the most useless thing.
You know, type in RE dash.
RE dash.
And click R. No, hold it. You gotta hit enter, otherwise it's gonna type in the thing. You're gonna have to click on the first one, because the one with battery is not a creatable one. So basically, you need this and this and that. How do you make the copper cable?
Copper cable, basically, you just got 3 copper in a line and 6 rubber below and above, and you get that thing. Or you could do this.
I've never seen anybody do the bottom one.
That's stupid, though.
Right. So
you can also do shapeless crafting.
You could make the cable before you make the rubber, but that's all stupid. You should just do whichever way is comfortable.
You actually end up wasting resources.
No, you don't. I know. I've checked every single thing where you can have multiple different options. They are all exactly the same amount of stuff. It's just some of them take more time.
Okay, Dichronic proves me wrong today.
I do! Because 3 of these gives you 6. And you need 6 of these, and you do 1 for 1 for the other one.
Yeah.
So
I just like doing it this way because you get more right away.
Yeah. I mean, that one's easier. I don't like the vertical way, you know?
Okay, so basically we gotta get our materials.
So we have rubber. We should put this in this chest before we go die, because I know that's what you're going to do.
No, I will not die.
Just put all your crap away.
Yeah.
Go plant the trees.
Okay.
The rubber wood.
Where are they?
And
let's plant them right.
Cactus guardians.
Cactus guardians.
No, dude, put them more over there. Put more like right there.
Why not have them close to the house?
They are close to the house, right here. Oh. Fucking, this is close to the house. Back inside.
Back inside.
By the way, the viewers, I wasn't kidding when I told you. I don't know what to name this thing. I thought about Great Mansion of Mansionness. We all know that's a really bad name. Anyways, I thought the viewers could name the mansion for us. So I got 2 signs up front if you want a big long name. Tell us what we should name the mansion. Just put a comment below. Comment what you think the thing should be named. If you have no idea, just put it the first word that comes out of your name, like Bloggerschmarg was the first thing that came to my mind. And tell us what you want. Bro, you're gonna starve to death. Anyways, you're gonna name that stuff. All the other signs are for like naming stuff. Need more torches. You got 5 tin. That's like 1 RE battery.
You got an RE battery? That's all we need though, right? 1 RE battery.
Redstone.
Okay, so now we just need redstone, basically.
Let's just go mining for materials, shall we?
Let's go mining for materials.
Did you put all your expensive crap away?
Well, I got my expensive pickaxe.
That you use on sand. You know how many times I have yelled at commentators because they use a pick on sand? I felt like personally humiliated every time. You should do it again. Hey, stop! No!
Okay, I'm done.
You know, I did not starve to death once while I was making that house. I died from falling off. The pig's like, what?
that pig doesn't even care.
Oh, look, a wool.
Yeah, wool.
You can make a third of a bed there. Who wants to sit on the third of the bed, by the way? Oh my god. Look how many sheep!
Why are there so many sheep?
And the thing is that you can breed animals in this one, so they will stay there forever until you kill them all. You should kill every single sheep you find. Alright, let's have a dig down.
I actually should probably put I'm going back to put a waypoint at my house before I leave.
Piggy, go back. There's a piggy back. He's hiding. So many clicks. It's like, I'll get him eventually. How do I open a door?
Shut up.
Is that it? 2?
Oh, we got this.
You can't burn beef jerky.
That's rotten. It's rotten flesh.
It's not like... Oh, put on pirate speak.
No, because that's just boring.
It's boring now?
Arr, matey.
Can't believe you said that.
Arr.
Arr.
Yum. Yum. Ooh, I can start regenerating now. Okay.
Regenerating.
I guess we're back. Let's go look for a mining. Oh wait, I gotta set my waypoint really quickly. Here we go. Gonna press period. Waypoints. Add. Hoome.
Purple, go.
That's fine.
Purple.
There we go.
You can pretty much set waypoints for anything, though. You got your home. You can set it for your factory.
It's
set it for like
it's my Hoome.
Sweet Hoome. Hoome, sweet Hoome.
Hoome, sweet Hoome.
I bet we're gonna be playing like 100 episodes, and it's gonna still be Hoome.
100 episodes later. Hoome, sweet Hoome.